Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I hope you're doing fine. So lots of people ask me, hey Mike, can you do this survey about the latest event? And well, I'm gonna drop the link in the description below, but I think the survey will end in a couple hours. So I just returned from Scotland, so I had my trip there. It was nice, thank you for asking. So I'm a bit late to the party when it comes to this, but since so many people asked me to cover this in a podcast format, we're gonna do that today. I did already the questions, and the video got a little bit longer than I expected it to be because, well, it's a podcast and surprise Pikachu face. We talk a lot during these podcasts. As always, feel free to share your opinion in the comment section, and with that, I'd say, let's start this. Then let's just get this started. Hunt Showdown, Judgment and Fool, event survey, overall experience. On a scale of 1 to 5, currently, how enjoyable is Hunt Showdown 1896 to play? I would still say, for me personally, it's very enjoyable. Yeah, sure, I play the game a lot, and maybe I'm getting a bit tired of the same thing over and over again after 9,000 hours, but I still have the games where, you know, I have shaky hands and it's just a good time. So for me, after 9,000 hours, the game is still very enjoyable. I would probably go somewhere in between here, but somewhat enjoyable, I would probably lie to myself. You just sometimes have bad days, and that's just how it's gonna be. Please explain your rating. Optional. Ooh, okay. I would probably say no game is like the other, or like no match is like the other. You can't really... Just lately I had a couple rounds or one evening where I was constantly asking myself, what the hell is actually going on here? So this is something that I still enjoy, and I still get my shaky hands every now and then. How do you... Oh, okay. How do you prefer to play Bounty Hunt? Solos, Teamsters, solos. For me, it's more a streamer thing though. I like to play with my friends or all the other games, but streaming with other people talking is sometimes difficult because people ask a question. And then I have to wait until my teammates stop talking to answer the question. So this is a very specific reason. But I just like going solo because I can play fast then. If I F something up, the only one to blame is me or the game. Just kidding, it's always the game. The streamer is never wrong and I never make mistakes. Yeah. Okay. What does success winning mean to you when you play Bounty Hunt? This is a beautiful question. Extracting with at least one bounty token. Well, by definition, the bounty token is your goal. I'm not so sure about that, though. Killing all teams in the mission, this is something that I really like. I hope I get a better answer for that. My answer would be, I want to have good PvP. I don't mind too much whenever I lose a PvP fight, but just, you know, getting headshotted out of nowhere, getting romared from a bush, that does not feel good, but having a good, long, drawn-out fight, that's kind of what I'm looking for, and I'm getting that less and less lately, but I still get it. I don't want to put a number on that, honestly. I still get it frequently. Looting, scarce items, I don't care about that. Looting currency, I don't care. Killing the bounty target, no. Getting a few kills. Yeah, sure. Completing your challenges, tracking the bounty target, gaining XP, unlocking a tier of Dark Tribute reward. Huh. So, for me, as you can see, I tagged everything with PvP. Enjoyable PvP fights. How do I put this now? Because it's basically... well, sometimes it's just part of the game. You get headshotted and it's over. And they just camp your body then, and Necromancer's solo is doing absolutely freaking nothing. But I would say enjoyable PvP fights. So, overall, how do I put this in a feedback? Overall, good gun balance? Overall, good gun balance. So, I know that a lot of people complain about, you know, Aftermath, Dolph, Nitro, and whatnot. But I don't know if these people ever played lately some of the other games that are out there. And there are, like, real metas. Okay, we have a meta in Hunt Showdown. Yeah, sure. And it's not shifting that much, to be honest. But overall, you can, even with a compact ammo rifle, you have a good chance at winning. Because headshot is headshot, as long as you fight in compounds. You have a winning chance, no matter the loadout. well, you can push it, of course, and you play double hand crossbow with choke bolts, then it might get a little bit tricky. But yeah, I think a good gun balance helps me to enjoy the PvP fights too, because then I and my enemies / teammates can go for some crazy loadouts. Because maybe it's not that dominant anymore, but there was a time, or maybe there still is, where when you go into deep 6-star territory, everybody was playing Mosin Dolch or Mosin Uppercut, and you saw almost nothing else. And it was a little bit tricky when you joined these lobbies with memes. Okay, sweet. Let's go to the next question. Network server performance. Which game server do you prefer? I play Europe. Can I tag multiple? No, because sometimes I play US East. Do you use a VPN to connect to your parent game server? Nope, I do not. In general, what is your ping? It's a very nice ping. Very enjoyable. I think these two are still playable. Here it gets a bit tricky, and the moment you're in this area... Now you're probably wondering, Mike, why do you have sometimes a higher ping? Because this is US East. I think I have a ping of 120, and you feel it. And when I play US West, it's just... for me personally, not enjoyable anymore, because the feedback from your shots is just bad. During update 2.4, please estimate how often the following network issues occurred in your multiplayer missions. This is difficult, because this is a very, very biased answer then, right? I don't think people can accurately remember how often they had network issues. So rubber banding, ping spikes, disconnects from servers, unsuccessful reconnect to server. Now I have to admit though, that I almost never have an unsuccessful reconnect, as long as I stay on the European servers. This is slightly weird, because when I join the NAE servers, because I play with Curti and Joe, or maybe with Nino, then with higher ping, the reconnect seems to not work anymore. But as long as my ping is low, I literally have no issues with reconnecting to the server. Disconnects to the server, ping spikes. So I would say ping spikes and rubber banding, I get this once every 10 matches. Yeah, because, well, a match in Hanso can go very long, and I get it like 2 or 3 times during the stream. Disconnects from the server, I would say almost never. Once in 20 games. No, it's almost ever. Never. Oh, almost ever. That would be bad. Okay. What do you think of the aesthetic of the Judgment of the full event? I was satisfied with that. Happy. I think the skins, they fit the game. But I'm honestly missing a little bit the classic hunters. Normal hunters with kick-ass skins. You know, with the mask, with the teeth and everything. That is getting a little bit, again, edgelord and whatnot. And do I toss in the skins that they released during the event too? Like the Angel of Death, for example. Because it's a lovely skin, but a little bit, you know, the cringe sister from the Reaper, or edgelord sister. But I think they fit the game. No clowns, no a scream. So that is nice. What did you think of our trailers featuring the Pale Judge and the Fool and their conflict? The trailers? I like them a lot. I really like the trailers that they're doing, especially the short ones. And then just put them out there every couple of days to have a little bit to to nibble on like, how do you put this, announcements. And they also like to hide stuff in these trailers. And I like doing the trailer analysis videos where I check, okay, new guns, new skins, new anything. And of course the voice acting added to the trailers and everything. That's pretty cool. And their conflict, yeah, I think that is... they did a good job with that. You can complain about a couple things when it comes to Hanso lately, but it's not the trailers. What other events, themes would you like to see in Hanso 1896? Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I could be a little bit mean and say they're running out of ideas. Other themes. And there is actually one thing missing. We could also do some spider hunters, right? We have, from the Assassin, we have a package that covers all the skins that are Assassin-inspired. We have quite a few skins that are Scrap Peak-inspired. We have the skin from the Butcher. So that's in there. But we have nothing from the spider. So maybe we could do that because we also have gators. Maybe we go into like fire and inferno a little bit more. But not like firefighter, but like fire demons or something like that. This is getting really tough because we did most of the things already. But I'm pretty sure, drop in the comments, you guys will have good ideas. Okay, but let's go on with that. Now that I think about it, we actually have some fire, not just the firefighter, I get that one, but also the widow. My god, you rarely see that skin ever. Yeah, I will just keep it like this, I think. Judgment of the Fool Battle Pass. How would you rate the Battle Pass rewards for Judgment of the Fool? Not happy with that. Order Hunters. No, I'm satisfied with those. They are nice. Equipment animations, I don't care about those. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I mean, the PAX clap is a Twitch drops and is not from the Battle Pass, so okay. I almost never use the animations. Do you use the animations very often? I almost forget the whole time equipping them. It's nice that they do that. We get something else, something new, and some fillers for the Battle Pass. But yeah, that's it. Equipment skins this time, I'm happy with them. They're very nice. Fitting the game. Yes, I sound like a broken record. And charms, I don't care about those. So for me, I probably go even with this. I never equip charms. If you see on my gun a charm, is because I equipped it years ago or because it's a contraband weapon and somebody else put a charm on it. How did you feel about the amount of rewards included in the Battle Pass for Judgment of the Fool? Okay, it's coming a little bit later. Equipment animations, about right. Equipment skins, charms, yeah, somewhat less. I would like to have less. So, wait, how did you feel about the amount of rewards? So, if I want to have less, then it's somewhat a lot. Okay, cool. But the main issue that I have with this Battle Pass, we're going to discuss this now. How do you feel about this event having no equipment additions? And honestly, I'm very dissatisfied with this. That was kind of a bummer, and I was looking at the Battle Pass, and I'm like, well, okay, I just play. Like, I bought the Battle Pass for the skins, but what I normally do is, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone with that, I bought the big Battle Pass just to get the first equipments, or like normally the guns, right? And I want to play those and have fun with those and showcase those. And I can't be the only one. So I'm surprised that Crytek decided to not add anything. So they were working on other stuff. I mean, I get it. Just another weapon variant is kind of whatever. And I think the last time they kind of, how often do you see the Mosin Obris match? Not that often, am I right? So I think they need to spice it up a little bit for future events. Overall, how would you rate the Battle Pass for Judgment of the Fool? Somewhere in the middle. I almost didn't care about it, if I'm completely honest with you. I just played it, and whenever I got a reward, I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. But it wasn't like, okay, I need this, or I wanna unlock that. This time I was very... Yeah, there was not a big hype from my side when it comes with this Battle Pass. Yes, they said at the beginning of the year that this year will be a little bit, you know, smaller events. We try to fix stuff and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's see about that. But okay. I felt kind of... I don't want to say I was this... No, I think I was even... Let's be honest. No new equipment, no new tools, consumables, or weapons. Yeah, I was not happy about that. Okay, event communication and marketing. Oh my god. What type of trailer makes you more excited for an event? Cinematic trailers, focusing on events, backstory and key characters, gameplay trailers, showcasing the mechanics, features, and cosmetic... both. Both. Showcase the new stuff. I think that's good. People are interested in that. What I would suggest is first you do the trailers. Right? First the trailers, tease some stuff, show it in the background, show maybe some animations, so people can do some theory crafting, because people love to do some theory crafting, and then showcase the stuff. I think that would be a good combination. I mean, from my point of view, from a content creator point of view, please only do the trailers so people don't really know. because when I do my video, then you guys showed already most of the stuff. But from a Crytek point of view, I think the way to go is tease and then reveal. So that's nice. What were the main reason you decided to play this event? It pays bills. No, Battle Pass content, skins, hunters, custom animations. Oh, we have to... Okay, audio changes, definitely not. UI changes? No, because it's still not working. Event theme? Yeah, the event theme is nice. Battle Pass content? Nope. Let's do it like... Balance meta changes. No. I don't care about that. I'm actually not super happy about buffing the damage from arms and legs. That made stuff like the Verily Cyclone obnoxious as F to fight against. I hope they revert that. And silences are still... Silenced Windfield and a Silenced Sparks or Verily, they still suffer from the Crack and Maynard mistake. So no, I'm not happy with the balance changes that they did in that department. Bounty class changes. I'm not gonna rate that because I played not a single match of Bounty Clash lately. New event gameplay, trades where you spur the Fool's Hideout. I mean, that goes pretty high up there. Although I'm not a fan of Gunrunner. Gunrunner is most of the time big rifle, big shotgun, and not a lot of people go with crazy, interesting loadouts. Return of the South, there we go. That's it. The South theme, event gameplay. I mean, this is not set in stone here, right? The single chapters can go one up or one down, but... yeah, I'm sorry, but the user interface is still not working, and I'm actually getting a little bit angry about this because we have now almost a year that they introduced a new UI, and I don't even care about the look. I just want it to work. I just want it to work, man. You still can't use certain hotkeys. Sometimes your custom ammo gets unequipped and stuff like that. Yes, the user interface is improving, but this is going way too slowly. I'm sorry. And the audio changes, I don't know, sometimes I don't hear any footsteps. It's hard to tell though, was the guy just sitting there the whole time? Did he really crouch walk all the way over there? Did I not pay attention? But I had moments where I was 100% sure the guy didn't do any footsteps. Not a single one. Sometimes I don't hear a fuse. It's still... And what I have lately a little bit is I hear people and I think they're close. And I peek and they're super far away. And then I look like a dumbass because I peek with a shotgun and they're too far away. Yeah, good times. So, I personally think since 2.4 the audio went a little bit downhill. It's mean because what I really like is the different audio levels for people being above you or below you. So that improved. So... and I probably forgot about a few things. But yeah, let's go with that. Where should we focus our communication efforts for upcoming events? YouTube trailers on the Hanso channel, YouTube content creators. I mean, come on, I have to, I'm sorry. Email newsletters, no. TikTok content creators, no. Instagram, no. Steam, store, news section. Yeah, people check that, so Facebook. Gaming press and website, Twitch streams. I mean... I should... oh. Reddit posts, fuck no. In-game news. And the thing is about in-game news though, what we have a lot with Hunt, and other games by the way, is we have like these bumps, right? We have these peaks whenever an event drops and then people leave again, like mid-event, and then they come back with the next event. So the in-game news... you do not reach the people who are only coming back for the beginning of the events. So in-game news is maybe not the way to go. I select up to 5 options. Well, you can still do this. YouTube trailers, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know how big their pages are. I think their Twitter account has a decent size. And maybe gaming, press and websites just to reach a newer audience, because the other things, you normally have to follow them to actually get some reach. Right? Okay. I don't want to unselect this, but I probably should. Yeah. Oh, this feels weird. But for the game, because if you follow me, I make the event video anyway. So what exactly do they mean with that? Our communication efforts for upcoming events, YouTube content creators, but they communicate with us already. Ah, like other creators that they are not partnered with. Fuck no. What should we focus on in our communication about upcoming events? Battle Pass content, map changes, balance matter changes, audio changes, UI, new event gameplay, event theme. Oh, dude, this is tough to answer. I mean, Battle Pass content, because if there's good stuff in the Battle Pass, yeah, then focus on the Battle Pass. If we have another Battle Pass, like the one that we just have right now, then please don't focus on that one, because it's bad. I think I'm fine with most of this. What I don't understand is the general communication from Crytek, in my opinion, took a little bit of a nosedive, and they should work on that. Like more their general communication. Is that just me? For an example, I still don't understand with the penetration changes why they called it a bug. Even if it was a bug, why call it a bug? Like after 7 years, you could just easily say, hey guys, we are not happy with how the pen works right now. We would like to try something for the next 3 months and then see how happy people are, and otherwise we go back. Because right now it's all over the place. I got penned medium ammo, no FMJ, against a metal corner of a building. I got penned by a long ammo at 120 meters with base ammo 3 times to a thick tree stump. It's all over the place. It does not feel good anymore, and maybe they want to change that so the veterans do not farm newbies with wallbangs. So I get that, but then please argue like that and don't call it a bug. Okay, I think that was just poor communication on their end. Okay, so honestly, this is difficult to judge because it depends what every chapter contains, right? If there's something big in there, then focus on that. If there's something small on, well, yeah, don't mention it, right? So, map changes. For example, focus on map changes. Yes, focus communication on map changes. Depends what the map change is. I think this question is not good. This is like, what is the goal of this? Because should they focus on communication about the Battle Pass? Yeah, if the Battle Pass is good, show it to the people. If you want to focus on the UI changes, yeah, but when will be the next one? And will it work then, or will it still be buggy? Difficult. So I'm just gonna put this one here. I'm fine with the level of focus on topic. Because what they did do lately is they do tell us a little bit of everything, which is good. I like a nice mix. Event mechanics. A new Trade Warrior Spur can be found at the Fool's Hideout. Each time you spend a pledge mark at the Trade Warrior Spur, you will receive a randomized trade, not a scarce or burn trade. The spur can be interacted with repeatedly for the cost of 1 pledge mark per trade. What do you think about the Trade Warrior Spur game mechanic? I did not care about it. Yeah. With a fresh hunter, you need Catalyst first, and then you probably take Gunrunner. And then you want to have the 4-shot boon. And that's already 5 pledge marks, which is kind of difficult to get on a fresh hunter. So the moment the Trade Warrior Spur, or however you pronounce that, becomes an option, you have already a hunter that is probably not fresh. And then you have already the issue that the trade slots are limited. So rarely, only after like big PvP fights and I looted like 6 pledge marks or something like that, I used that, and otherwise I did not. Overall, how would you rate the trade rewards provided by the trade? Yeah, I think I used it in total maybe 10 times, and that's it. And otherwise, I took like the dark side for PvP. I took the 4-shot boon for, well, literally everything else. I even took the cash register for some coin. Yeah. Event trades. Catalyst is a purchase event trade available at the Fool's Hideout in exchange for pledge marks. Acquiring it unlocks the conditional trade effect for all eligible traits. Beast phase, never trigger animals and also never break branches. Pain sense, okay, we know that. And fanning. What did you think about the catalyst trait? Honestly, I like it. It was cool. Making some of the traits that you normally don't take that often a little bit stronger. Like, for example, Pain Sense, Beast Phase, Vigilant, Kite Skin. Frontiersman solo only, that was a little bit dirty. That was a little bit dirty. Having all the traps, that was crazy. And fanning, here's the thing, okay? Because my prediction was we will see a lot of fanning with medium slot weapons. Actually, I did not. It was, again, mostly chain pistols. And that's it. I only liked the first couple of days because people tried it. And then everybody was just running Gunrunner. The moment you run Gunrunner, you have 2 big slot weapons and that's it. So I was surprised that, luckily, you didn't see too much RNG fanning. But I think the Catalyst trait, I like it. It was a nice idea. How powerful or weak do you feel the event traits are? Gunrunner. Very powerful. And annoying. Because, you know, you always have this idea, oh yeah, dude, people will go for some crazy loadouts. No, it's gonna be a long ammo rifle together with a big fucking shotgun. That's it. Or like people played Mosin Sniper Spitzer together with a regular crack, regular ammo. Barf. Yeah, that's super fun to play against. Now you're probably, well, Mike, some people play double Marco with levering and explosive ammo. That's not fun to play against either. Okay, can we just agree that Gunrunner should not come back? Here's also something. The old Quartermaster was basically Gunrunner, and they got rid of that for a reason. And now they bring it back for the duration of the event. Which is crazy though, because the duration of the event is 3 months. And then you put this into 2 events, and suddenly you have 4 or 5 months of Gunrunner. Which is a bit too much, in my opinion. Catalyst unlocks the trait effect for... Yeah, I think that one was about right. That felt good. And Corpse Seer is about right too. Corpse Seer is something that I personally did not take a lot, but I think it's a cool trait. And you get a good reward, but also a drawback. You're revealing the position of the bodies. You reveal where you are. So it's not just straight up something positive. And maybe this is something that I would like to see a little bit more in the future when you get an event trait. It should be strong, but maybe there are some drawbacks. Let's see. How do you feel about the inclusion of the following traits for the event? Catalysts, I like it. Corpse Seep, I like. Gunrunner, I dislike it a lot. I don't have to repeat my reasoning. Full side out, how easy or difficult was it for you to join a team to do the following? Full side out. Okay. Attacking the compound, about right. Navigating through compound, about right. Defending the compound, about right. I like it. The Fool's Hideout is way better than the Circus Tent. Because you have actual cover. So that's great. The Circus Tent, when you play with poison ammo, incendiary ammo, and stuff like that, that could not pen, you were absolutely effed. Because everybody else could just shoot through the whole thing. It was not fun. So I'm happy with how the Fool Hideout worked. Was a nice PvP area too. How do you feel about the following aspects of the Fool's Hideout? Aesthetics. I liked it. Size of the compound. Could have been a bit bigger. Could have been a bit bigger. Oh, that's what she said. No, but was the tent actually bigger though than the hideout? Or did I only imagine that? Because in the hideout, well, the tower takes a lot of space, right? And you have only the little tunnel underneath it. But that could have been a bit bigger. Location of the compound on the map, I liked it. I mean, it's basically the tent. Compound pathing, I liked it. Yeah, that was good. How do you feel about your gameplay experience with the Fool's Hideout? I was satisfied. Yeah, Dark Dynamite Satchel and Fool's Hideout, man, I was very satisfied. How do you feel about the level design changes made to the Desol map? Yeah, I like them. Most of them were good. I actually would have loved to see a few more. But what I saw so far, great changes. How do you feel about the visual overall for the Desol map? Very satisfied. It's great. It's looking awesome. Honestly, I'm gonna keep this short because not much to add. I'm super happy with the cell. How often should each of the following maps appear in the general map rotation? I felt it out already. Everything 25. I want an even distribution. But there's one thing that they should add. Maybe they have this already. then I said nothing. They kind of need a diminishing return for the maps. Because this is what gets a little bit annoying. For me, it's not that bad because I play a lot of Hunt Showdown, right? But for somebody who might just play an hour or two, an evening, this can be annoying when you get always Stillwater Bayou, right? So the moment you got, for example, Lawson Delta, the next time, maybe block it completely from the rotation pool, or make the chance lower. Because it's not fun, even for me, when I play 4 or 5 times Mammoth's Gulch, and I'm like, okay, can I please now have a different map? The moment you played a map twice, it should be blocked for the third one. And then reset the filter or something like that, if they can do that. And if they have that already, I didn't say anything, but it doesn't feel like that. Balance changes. Here are some of the balance changes for this update in more detail. Please read them carefully as you answer the question below. Hunter body damage multipliers. I hate that. Hunt is already a very killy game. And making the guns even more lethal is not good. Now, I think I know why they did that. Maybe they even explained it and I forgot about it. They kind of want to close the gap between long ammo and medium and compact. Which is cool, but again, a few guns profit a little bit too much from that. Like a Vetterly Cyclone can 2-tap to the legs now. Which means no matter where you get hit by a Cyclone, you die. So people just go spam, spam, and you die. Feels bad. You should get rewarded for hitting the right zones. That's it. So, not happy with that. Damage drop-off. All combat weapons start losing them at 20, 30, 40. Sure. Okay, they made that a little bit simpler. It's fine for me. Science and balance changes. Nope. Revert this. And this one right here. Do it only for the crack. Thank you. Science Maynard Sniper. Okay, you can keep it the way it is, because lately that gun got really annoying. Downed burn speed adjustments. I think they're good. Yeah. I still think... Well, I'm just talking now about the downed burn speed. I'm not talking about that the flare gun and the fusee and everything literally just sets you on fire the moment it touches you. But yeah, the burn speed adjustments are good. Saskin changes the self-strain longer slows down during... I don't care about this. As a solo. In teams, of course, yeah. Has a larger effect when alive and limits burning to medium intensity. Yeah. I think Saskin is still a good trait. Dark Dynamite Satchel sound warning sound volume has been reduced significantly. Oh my god. I personally think it's fine. If you get killed by a Dark Dynamite Satchel a lot, you need vigilance, or you need to be a little bit more careful. There's one thing that I admit though, that right now it is hard to hear and the activation timer is crazy fast. So, there is not really anything you can do anymore the moment you realize somebody triggers the Dark Dynamite Satchel. I'm not talking here about the Alert Trip Mine Claymore combo, I'm talking about people actually using Dark Set. So maybe go back again to the long duration, because right now when I trigger that, you cannot run away. Because your brain needs to process what's happening, okay? So you hear people activate that and you're like, wait, what is that sound? Oh, damn, and you're already exploding. So, difficult. Keep the sound volume, but go back to the old activation time. On top of that, you have to keep in mind that Dark Dynamite Satchel is expensive. And you kill, on average, only one person. And it's super situational. And people can see it with Vigilant. But somebody, you know, or somehow nobody buys that. Because whenever people complain in my Twitch stream and they're like, yeah, but I don't want to buy Vigilant. I like complaining about dying to traps. What? Okay, I don't get it. Yeah. And I kill way more people with Fragmore. It's crazy. Nobody complains about that. Health chunk restoration for bounty carriers. Yes, that's a good change. Display of items names on pickup. Pickup prompts for the item will now always display the item's name, not the name of the applied skin. Yeah. This is nice. I like this because newer players but there are a lot of skins in the game. Really a lot. So, I think for clarification, this is good. Fast finger straight price, reduce the price. Yeah, that's good too. How do you feel about the balance changes? Damage drop-off changes. Don't care. That's good. Dark Dynamite, Satchel Sound. Very satisfied, but I know people will hate me for that. Very satisfied. The problem is... Ah, my god. But... Science Bench, I'm very dissatisfied, but not for the crack. And not for the Maynard Sniper. But I am for the Windfield, or the Frontier Sea, and the Vetterly and the Science Sparks. Oh god. This is a bad answer. They did not understand what the issue was with this, so this answer is toast. Okay. Fast finger trade price, yeah, sure. Nice. Display on item, yeah, sure. Nice. I mean, for me, this is kind of whatever. Headtank, yeah, this is nice. Subskin changes. Kind of neutral about that, but I don't play a lot of, you know, team hunts. So there's that. Antibody damage multiplier changes. Very dissatisfied. Yeah, I don't think that was necessary. UI changes. Here are some of the UI changes. Up in more detail. Please read them carefully as you answer the questions below. Lobby screen navigation. I did not expect this video to become that long. Because you talk so much. Yeah, that's true. Lobby screen navigation. Added a back to lobby shortcut throughout most of the UI. Good. Pressing escape. Yes. Loadout screen. Yes. I'm super happy that we have now again the vertical layout display and stuff like that, and not the Netflix user interface. That's cool. Gear screen filter behavior changes. Filters reset automatically after equipping an item, removing the need for manual. Yeah. Okay, you can probably not make this perfect because sometimes I want to keep the filter. Free hunters, all for free hunter recruits. Oh, this is fucking great that they even got rid of that, man. Hideout hunters, okay. Backstory and lore now displayed. Sweet. In-game pause, yes. This is good because now you can see this, and they are also a live update. Sweet. Vertical list line, sure. Trade screen. You can now double click or right click to remove trades from the equipped trades. How do you feel about stuff is not working, man. When you select or when you buy trades, suddenly the trades jump. Custom ammo gets removed. Sometimes unequipping stuff with R doesn't work depending on which windows are open right now in the loadout screen. This is not small stuff, and like custom ammo getting unequipped, this is a super old bug by now. Gear screen filter bands, this is kind of neater. Trade screen. Satisfied, loadout screen, satisfied, in-game pause man, very satisfied, Hideout hunters, very satisfied, lobby screen navigation, satisfied, free hunters, very satisfied. How would you rate the UI in the following aspects? Usability. Oh my god. Aesthetics, I don't care about this anymore. I don't care. Clarity of language is okay, menu hierarchy, I mean, depends. If you don't know where Soul Survivor is, then it takes a while to find this for new players. Navigation is still kind of... I don't want to say poor because... Usability is poor though. Dude, it still has the old bugs in there and... The trades jumping around is annoying and... yeah, okay. How would you rate your overall experience with the UI? Is it that big of a deal? Half a year ago I would have said no. But it's now almost a year and it's still not working properly. So I'm gonna be mean here. This is kind of sad. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Dead mode on, by the way. Yeah, no. This triggers me. And you know what? It probably just triggers me because I play the game so much and I have to use the user interface so much. Because sometimes people are like, yeah, but I don't care about this, dude. I just need to equip like 2 hunters in evening and then I stop playing again. So it's just minor impact. Fair enough. Which of the UI would you want to see the most? Roster and Hunter... where is bug-free? Roster and Hunter details and unification can be active roster and Hunter details. Single vanilla circuit screen. Combat log, full match timeline. What? Nice. Yes, please. Death screen redesign. Those combat log team and boss. Revamp of the screen to be consistent with the combat log, team details, and post-match summary. screen to increase visibility of actions within the screen. Death screen. But wait, what? But what are you talking about here? Team details is somewhere completely different. Dude, I have no idea what... I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I don't understand this. Death screen redesign. The death screen is while I'm still in the match and I'm dead. Team details? I understand the comment log. Post-match summary? Huh? What would be cool is like a draft with a screenshot that shows you what they mean. I have no fucking idea what that means. That's because you're dumb. I guess so. Lobby code invite for crossplay lobbies. Oh, that's nice. I know a lot of people like that, so I put it on the top here. No crossplay between PC and console platforms. That's fine. I don't. That's very good actually. But platform-specific matchmaking, you know, let console people play together. That's cool. Post-match summary, flow overhaul. Redesign the end of match experience to better highlight accolades, stats, and challenge progress. Just bring back the animations for the accolade cards that you got rid of that. Such a flare thing and you destroyed it. Team details screen redesign, present all team composition in a condensed tabular format. Just make it work. The way it is right now is fine, but sometimes you only see the final kill and all the kills before they're not shown. Which is also a bug. Gear screen, inline skin selection. Okay. Enable skin selection directly within the gear screen via pagination, removing the need for sub-screen navigation and streamline. Yeah, but can you do that? We had something like this, I think, already in the past, where you had like the diamonds and you click to the left and to the right and that equipped the specific skin. But some weapons have a ridiculous amount of skins. So you might run out of space for that, but I like it. Anything that removes sub-menus is good, or sub-screens. Let me just put the stuff up here and the stuff that I don't understand at the bottom. Library, Book of Monsters, Weapons, and Reintroduction. Yeah, sure. Not high priority, because you can find that actually online right now, so it's whatever. But it should be in the game. Team detail screen redesign, present all team content. Yeah, okay. Map screen redesign. Enhance visibility by adding transparency to the background and increasing the number of visible active challenges, improving visibility and quick recload. I mean, yeah, sure, but this is again a similar issue than before. Just give me a screenshot explaining how it would look like, and then I can judge this. I mean, I'm gonna judge you silently anyway, but yeah, something like this. Comment log, full match timeline. That's huge, because sometimes you want to check something and maybe you left already the game, or is this just in-game? I think this is just in-game. Remember when they said 2D replay would be a thing? And all the... I don't know. It would be just great to have 2D replay. Or like a damage log for everything that happened in the lobby. But okay. I think this is important for the console lobby, so I put it at the top, or somewhat at the top. This is important for myself. Post-match summary, flow overhaul. Yeah, gear screen, inline selection. Yeah, okay. And the rest, dude. Death screen redesign. And then they talk about team details. Like they gonna pop up there or what? And post-match summary screen to increase visibility of actions within the screen. So that you use the same icons? I don't get it. Well, okay. Maybe somebody in the comment section can explain to me. Is there any other UI feature improvement you want to get rid of the current and old bugs? And now let's just list them, because I don't want to be like a salty bitch. Custom ammo gets removed. Can't use R hotkey to remove stuff quickly depending on which menu is active. And then I mentioned something else, right? I can't remember, but okay. Oh yeah, team overview or team details. Team details timeline doesn't show kills. I mean, they know these bugs, but yeah. Audio changes when you play on show. What do you prefer to play with? Headphones. Jesus Christ. External speakers? How dare you? For headphone users, whisper or incident to be first. I think I have that on. Which, if any, additional sound enhancement using? Why? I use nothing. How do you feel about the current state of audio and compared to our... it's somewhat worse. I'm sorry. Vertical hunter footsteps origin. I think this is good. Yeah. How do you feel about the change upstairs? I like it. How clear and readable is the audio of the game for the following scenarios? Oh, let's see. Distance of sounds. Somewhat unclear. Direction of sounds in, around, underground. No, that works. Distance. I mean, they're talking about distance, right? Not about I can't hear anything. Distance. Direction of sounds and distance. No, that sounds good. Downstairs enemy hunter footsteps. That's also good. Sound being obstructed by obstacle. Yeah, that's not good. Dude, sometimes you have something blocking line of sight and it also blocks completely the sound. Direction of sounds. Direction is not an issue. It's more about sometimes I don't hear stuff or it's either too loud or too quiet. Upstairs enemy hunter footsteps. Somewhat clear. Okay. Next. My god, Bounty Clash. So, how's your experience? How do you feel about... You know what? I don't play Bounty Clash. So let the people vote and share their opinion. You know, people who actually play that. Which platform? Okay, I think we're at the end. Steam. Are you playing Shadow of the Rings? Nope. How many hours in total? In the past 2 months, how many hours did you play on Shadow on a weekly basis? Oop. Is on Shadow in the primary game you play and follow? Yes. True. There we go. Should be the end. Woo! Okay, that was a crazy, crazy long video. Thank you for taking the survey. Sweet. Yeah, and that's it for today. As always, a bit of support would be appreciated. A like, a comment, you know, the usual stuff to please the great YouTube algorithm gods. Okay, and then as always, my dear patrons, thank you very much for supporting me over on Patreon. As always, you guys are amazing. And I can't wait to do the next podcast / analysis episode for Hanso. I love doing this stuff. And with that, everybody, have a good day. Thank you for watching Judgment of the Fool. Honestly, the event itself was kinda meh and got saved by the Sol. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye bye.